Hey guys, just want to jump on here and quickly kind of go over, what Contractors Christ is about, what your role is in, and what it can offer you, and then how we're going to impact the community. So first and foremost, if you're just coming on and the website's up and running, just skip this little first part about the website. But everything hinges around the website. That's why we've stopped growing the group. It's so close to being done, should be done in the next couple of days. Once it's done, then we're going to go all throttles forward on growing this group and need your help to do that. And so again, that's through the likes and comments on every post. I know some of these posts you're looking like, hey, we're the only ones commenting. That's okay. The more of you guys that comment, the more people get coming in the group. We get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people in the group. It'll encourage them to start commenting too. And it's kind of like starting a fire. You got to have a little ember to start the fire, and you guys are the embers. We are the embers. So making sure we're all participating in this, especially as we start growing this group, will be crucial to the success of what Contractors Christ is going to be and how it can impact the community and also how it can impact your business. Secondly, our monthly or bi-monthly meetings. I hadn't decided on that. After our first meeting, we'll talk about that and get your input on it. But the first one's coming up in the weekend of the 21st. Wes will put out the date and the time, but it's going to be at the brewery in downtown Winder. The goal of the first meeting is, one, to help you grow your business. So there's a couple things going to happen there. And I don't claim to be the most successful business person in this group. There's obviously some that's in this group that I look up to. There's some godly businesses that I want to introduce you guys to. But one thing, the main thing this is going to be about is basically the vision and direction of where we're going and how it can impact the community first, how it can impact your business and you. Secondly, I'm going to bring Brooks. He does social media advertising and also Google. And we're going to talk about different strategies of stuff you may be doing or you may not be doing, but hopefully you'll learn something in the marketing side of it. Because I'll tell you, if you're not implementing marketing, if you're not involved in marketing your business, it's not going to grow. A lot of guys out there will start their business and rely on word of mouth. Marketing should be the first thing you learn, and then your trade be the next. And so helping you with some ideas about organic marketing, email list, how important they are, some things that I didn't do, should have done when I first started out and didn't do. Now learning that if I'd have done it a long time ago, I'd be in a different place now. So some mistakes have I made, and we'll talk to the other business owners in the group too, and we can talk about their mistakes so you don't fall in that same trap. So our goal in this meeting is to really tie us together, learn how to grow our business. And in doing that too, I was talking to Brooks, each of you guys that are just starting out, that if we can book a call with you and kind of go in some deep dives and what immediate things you can do in your business to help you gain more exposure. We can look at your website, look at your Facebook page. We can talk about how you handle the phones, all kind of things that will help you get to that next level. And, with business, it's continuously learning. A lot of times we get lost in our business and we don't learn. And we don't learn, we fall behind. We're not caught up on the times. And so these are chances that we can bring different speakers in each meeting and really help grow you as a group. So I'm looking forward to that. So I can't wait to see you there and meet each one of you guys. And another thing too, it'll have time for us to all meet each other and get to know each other so we can all grow this together. This is a movement, and it's not just an advertising platform. And I'll say that again, it's not an advertising platform, although that is one of the benefits of it, but that's not what it's designed to do. So if you're in this just for strictly advertising, you're not in it to help grow and impact the community, then this may not be the right plan for you. And that'll become apparent as we go through. Those who are involved will know those, and those who are not involved will figure that out too. So we need 100% involvement to help grow this. Again, the benefits out of this, of course, is the community, and I'll go over that in a few minutes. Your business, and then you. Should be you first, and then your business, and grow you as a person, and then we grow you as a business. So anyway, so community, and there was a few community impact works that we've done in the last few weeks, stuff that we do Anyway, but we're just one company, and so to maximize this, and we all come together, the amount of lives we can touch. So one of them stuck out to me, Kyle. He was a vet, and if you hadn't seen his video, he's in the Facebook group, so check that out. That we did a handicap rent for, and then was out there talking to him about some other needs he may need, and he had his dog in his lap, and of course he's in a wheelchair. He said, I love to bring my dog outside, but I'm afraid it's going to run off. And I said, well, why don't we see about putting a small fence up to help with that? And so I reached out to All About Fences with Philip and Tammy, amazing God-centered people, and they have God in their business. And I talked to him about it, said, hey, I'll buy the materials. If you guys want to do labor, that would be awesome. And we had a brief conversation, and a few days later, I get a picture of Tammy and Kyle together. She went out there without me knowing, and just bless him. And I will tell you, that was one moment that really touched me. It's like, this is what this is about, coming together and impacting lives. And I was just blown away with that. And so the magnitude we can bring to that, that's just one person. Of course, we've done a few more that we put in a group, but each one of them can be expanded on. And what I mean by that is, I was thinking, why couldn't we create a GoFundMe for each one of these, and put it in a group? And say, for instance, with Kyle, we did a GoFundMe because there are other needs that Kyle needs besides that handicap ramp. He was a vet, got hurt, and now he's trying to put his life back together. And some things around his house may need some help. I don't know. He wouldn't let us in the house, didn't talk to us about that. But, maybe it's a shower situation. Maybe it's just transportation. I don't know. But money will help in those areas. And just an impact. Let me kind of run some numbers for you. Right now, I think there's 1,200 people in the group, which is very, very small. Again, you guys know that I run a big group, has 21,000 people in it. We'll talk about the impact of what 21,000 people look like in a group. But if we do a GoFundMe, let's say it's 1,000 people. Let's say that's all we have. 1,000 people times $20. That's $20,000. That's $20 a piece. That's what we spend on a fast food restaurant now, right? So just think of the impact we can make for each one of these and how we can fundamentally not only help them in their situation, their needs now, but also help them in a bigger way as we grow this group and grow more people. Because a lot of times we give money to things and we don't know where it's going. You'll be able to see exactly where the money's going, and I can't wait for that. So that's one of the things we're looking at is how can we expand that? How can we expand our reach? But again, we need your help with this. Okay, now let's talk about impact. So kind of give you a little glimpse of the power of Facebook groups. And a lot of you guys probably don't know that, which is fine. I didn't know it till I stepped into the world of Facebook groups. And my previous businesses, that's what we pretty much did through those businesses. And it's very successful when run right. As you guys know, I run a Facebook group here in town called Raves and Reviews of Barrow County Citizens. It says 21,000 people in it. When I took it over, it had 10,000. And it's been organically growing without a push. So that in itself could tell you once we get to 3,000 to 4,000 members, then organically, if we do the posting right, Facebook's going to bring more people to the group. And we get 10, 20,000 people in a group, things really start changing. So I did a restaurant review in that group about 2 to 3 weeks ago, about a restaurant here in town that we love, and it's gluten-free anyway. I won't get into that, but I did a live post, and currently I think it's sitting close to 7,000 views. Now you take that and equate it to direct mail. If you send a direct mail piece out to 7,000 homes, your view rate is still not there because people throw that stuff and some of it in the garbage. But the cost would be somewhere around $3,000 to do that. This is not costing anything besides the give back money for the 10%, right? And so just so you know, that's what the type of exposure we can get. And typically in a Facebook group, you're looking at, if you're growing, like right now we're at 1,200 members, and if you notice the views on the post are ticked around 300 to 400, So Facebook shows that about a third, sometimes half people in a group. It all depends on the engagement in the group. It all depends on how much engagement is going, is how much they're going to show it to. So how many people they're going to show it to. So again, your engagement is crucial. This is a pipeline of revenue, of customers and revenue that can actually supply your business from here on out, right? Of course, you want to do your Google stuff on top of that. Make sure you're grabbing some other leads there. We'll talk about ways to brand Contractors of Christ as a member. There could be T-shirts, logos to go on your website, logos to go on your vehicle, that you're a proud member of Contractors for Christ. And that way we can really push this all together. The more we push in this group, the more we refer the guys, the other contractors in the group, the more it's going to elevate your business. So again, if you're looking at it as a strictly an advertising thing, it's probably the most powerful thing you can do as far as advertising. I study advertising marketing. That's the first thing I jumped into, and that's how God's got us to this. Part of what got us to the level here is just a knowledge of what marketing's about and what avenues you hit. And this is huge, guys, more than you can possibly imagine. Those who stick with us, those who engage, will actually see the benefits of it within 4 to 5 months. All right, last but definitely not least is the God-centered business. And I saved this to last because most people will bypass this, which is insane. They want to look at the money first. But let's talk about a God-centered business. Now, there's a few of us in the network that are truly God-centered. And then there's some of you guys out there who say that God leads our business, but you haven't really surrendered your business to God. You're still controlling it, controlling every outcome of it. And I will tell you out of personal experiences, I've owned 30-something different businesses. And this one is totally different. I started it, a little over 5 years ago, and decided at that point that I was going to run it God's way. I brandished the cross, even though people said, "Don't do that. You're going to run people off." I said, "No, it's the only way I'm doing it." And I cannot explain the success we've had so far. I cannot explain the direction God's got us on, opening doors left and right. It just blows me away, and to see the people he brings and how things work. So in the meeting, we're going to have a few other companies in there that are definitely God-centered, like Two Brothers Septic, Joshua 911 Roofing, and a few others and Oconee Foundations that have truly God-centered businesses. They only run it God's way. And they can explain or tell you how it's really impacted their business, how it's impacted their employees, which we're supposed to be disciples over, and how it's just changed everything. So I want you to share in that. Again, there's many years I used to say, yeah, it's my God business, but I didn't run it that way. I didn't really run it that way. So want to help encourage you in that way and push you a little bit further as men. The number one problem in our world is men are not stepping up to be the spiritual leader of the household. We want to claim that we're God-centered. We want to claim our business is, but when we get home, there's no praying with the family. There's no praying with the wife. There's no really fundamental change inside of you. If you claim that you're a God-centered business, that means you are a leader and should be a disciple of the Lord. And as leaders, we carry influence. People look up to us. Whether you like it or not, people are going to look up to you. And so what you got to decide is what type of leader you want to be. Do you want to be one that impacts people's lives, or do you want to be one that just goes through life and hunting for money? I will tell you, the more you invest in people and impacting their lives and sharing the gospel, or sharing how God's changed your life, the benefit out of that, you don't have to worry about money. God's going to take care of that. So really digging deep and getting into those trenches. Now, I do lead a men's small group on Saturday mornings, me and Wes do, and love to have you part of it. It's about how to be their spiritual leader of the family, how to step into that. So 8 o'clock Saturday mornings, we're here at the office for now, unless we grow bigger and have to have it somewhere else. But that's been really good. Love to be part of that. But again, this is to help you grow as a leader. And our goal would be to create a discipleship program too. And so I want to lean on some of those guys that are really Christ-centered and talk about how do we develop a discipleship program? How do we bring people that's in our business up, and how do we witness to them? How do we impact their lives? How do we impact their family's life to where they can make a fundamental change? That's what this group's about. It's about, one, supporting us, supporting you, help your business grow, help you grow as a God-centered business, and let God do the rest as far as community-wise. Because if we can do that, then and we do our part, then God's going to do part. Now, one of the verses on my business that I firmly stand behind is James 2:17. Faith without works is dead, and we go out and work every day. But intentional work, and so same way with this group, intentional investment in this group will definitely, God will bless it, because the amount of people we're going to be able to influence, the amount of people that we will help change their lives in little ways is going to be amazing. I cannot wait, and I need you. I need all of you, not just part of you. And again, if you're in here just for advertising, it's probably not the place for you. God will bring us those people that will fill that spot. They're in it for the right reasons, right? If you're in this for monies and dollars, dollar signs, money and dollar, whatever you want to say, this is not the group for you. That'll happen. That'll definitely happen if you dig in and you do your part. But if that's your main focus, then go ahead and move out of the way. Again, love you. I want to see you succeed. But again, if your mind's not in this right, you don't see the big picture, then it's probably not the place for you. All right, I'll get off my soapbox on that one. Okay, to wrap it up. So we definitely, our events that we're going to have, the meetings we're going to have, I'm not going to call them mandatory, but I will say I want as much involvement as we can have. I know there's some times where something gets in the way you can't. Please let us know if you truly, truly can't. But if you can't make it because I don't know, something that's minor going on, you have a golf game or something like that, then hey, put that aside, because again, this is helping you grow your business. This is helping you grow you as a leader in your business fundamentally, hopefully to grow you as a spiritual leader of your household. And that's the way we can all get together and learn from each other, grow together. And so Wes will be sending out invites to the meetings, and then you'll let us know if you're able to come. And if you're not, that's fine. We'll reach out and just have a conversation to see where you're at, and what we can do to help maybe record the meeting, and that way you'll have that. But definitely would like you to be there. That way other people can meet you. And so when somebody wants to refer somebody to a roofing or a plumber or whatever it is, they go, yep, I met that guy, straight up guy, I think you should use him, right? So guys, I'm excited about our direction. I'm excited about each and every person that God's brought onto this. And I do realize there's some people in this group that don't have the same values that need to propel this thing forward, but that'll all come to surface. It always does. Anyway, love you guys. I'm praying for this movement. I'm praying that God changes lives, not only in the community, but in your life too, in your businesses. So I'm praying for all of that. I hope you guys are too, and I'm looking forward to see you. I will see you coming up on the next meeting.